Well, hello, and welcome to this mini episode of The Practiced Life. I'm Sherry Salata. Oh, I love talking about this. I could talk about this all day long. I just love talking about the ways of looking at how we live our lives, practicing presence, practicing new new patterns that create healing and relieve stress and anxiety and stir the pot of hope and help us dream new dreams. I just love it. And that is really what living a practice life can do for you. I have found being more conscious about the practices I choose throughout my normal daily life experience has elevated my capacity for happiness and joy in a single day. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. That's what I'm going to tell you. So here we are. It is our second episode, and we are just a few short weeks away from America's presidential election. And I will say within my private communities of women that I work with, there was big emotion, big emotion, big negative emotion, big reactions. And I certainly was a part of that as well. And my best advice to myself and anybody I was talking to was feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. Just go off by yourself and feel your feelings, whatever that looks like. And, for some of us, it was big, a big release of stress and tears. For some of us, it was feeling the anxiety of the discord, feeling the anxiety of the disagreement, the lack of connection, all those things, which is very visceral. And I, being a person who spent most of my life pushing down my feelings, not feeling the agency or sovereignty to claim my feelings and feel them, feeling like feeling anything but being chipper was bad and wrong. So this is relatively new practice for me to fully feel my feelings and my truth. It doesn't mean I have to spew it all over the place, but to make sure that I have fully acknowledged and felt my feelings. And so I spent some time with that. And then I began to consider, um, because I was actually in a mourning state. I was in a mourning state. And I'm like, what is this about? What is this mourning about? Mourning meaning mourning, grief, mourning. It felt like a grief state. And I realized that, oh, it's almost like I got on a different train and so many people I care about decided not to come with me. That's kind of what it felt like. And I began to think of this through my quantum eyes, through the quantum field, through what we all know is really going on. And we know it to varying degrees, but I've spent so much time uh, the last several years really exposing myself to quantum theory and to the multidimensional um, possibilities, even of this human experience. We're only going to be able to get so deep in it because we are in these 3D bodies. But can't we all see there's way more going on here than our five senses can decipher? Way more going on here. And you feel that in your life when you have a hunch, your intuition, your connection to your spirit, like giving you guidance. Stop, don't go here. Did you turn off the stove? All of that is magical, witchy stuff, my friends. That is when you're really connected to that quantum field. And one of the considerations of especially in these times is um, The idea of jumping timelines. I know that sounds so crazy, but is it? I mean, if you've been doing the work with me, if you have been doing work with spiritual guides like Abraham Hicks and so many others, Abraham Hicks just happens to be, that's my language. That's what really got me on a quantum path. Understanding that we each individually create our own reality. We create our own reality. We do it by what we focus on. We do it by the stories we tell ourselves. We do it by the words we choose, the language we use, and where we point our focus. We all know that a day can spin out of control once we start focusing on everything that's not working. And when we focus on something that we love and enjoy and adore, how that begins to affect everything too. It's really powerful to do the energy work that comes with this idea that we do create our own reality. And listen, you got two choices here. You can be like, well, that's not the reality I see right now, and just react to what is in front of you. Or you can say, I'm going to take a chance here that I'm more powerful than I know. And I'm going to begin to tell myself stories about the life I want to live, about the version of myself I want to be, and watch what happens. So I came up with an exercise for these times. If you've been a little unsettled, uncentered, worried, um, in grief, like I was, because I've certainly moved out of it, I came up with an exercise called Jumping Timelines, My New America. And uh, you can play this again and make sure you have a notebook and some paper. And it takes a little bit of time, but the results are amazing. So here's part one of the exercise. I'm going to tell you what part one is, then I'm going to read you what mine is. And you can use mine kind of as an example. So part one is, have you ever even considered the kind of America you want to live in? Do you even know what that is? So I asked myself that and I was like, well, I don't even know if I've given it some thought. I mean, in broad strokes, yeah, I want it to be nice. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be people get along. Yes, in broad strokes. But have you taken this finessed ability to create your own reality and applied it to the America you want to live in, Sherry? Well, of course I hadn't. So that's part one. Part one is, what is the America I want to live in? Describe it in detail. So I'm going to read you my answer. All right, let me find it here. Just close your eyes, take this in, and see how this feels to you. And if it sparks what kind of America you want to live in. Because I'm not casting any judgment about that. You get to choose, and so do I. So here's the America I want to live in. The universal laws of creation are catching on everywhere. Citizens are learning that they create their own reality and are free to create the lives they want to live. Those still waking up to the work are supported by those a little further on the path. We are in this expansive world together. It is a land that has thoroughly made restitution and acknowledged the crime of enslaving human beings over centuries, and then stoking the fires of segregation and inequality and allowing enduring institutionalized racism. It is a land that sorrowfully and deeply acknowledges the genocide of indigenous people who called this home long before the Europeans came. Nothing is ignored, nothing is covered up, nothing is omitted. The truth has set us all free. It is an energetic liberation that our country needed so badly, to live our principles, to walk our talk. In that light of truth, social justice is a deeply shared value. In the America I want to live in, for citizens who struggle, there is support and treatment rather than condemnation. Our prisons are nearly empty. Our streets are safe. Our system of education is reinvented, with teachers being held to the highest standards and rewarded accordingly. We value creative thinking, independent thinking, modeling and learning self-care, self-love, personal responsibility, money and resource management, and energy and vibrational medicine. Our healthcare system is available to all and is the best on the planet. Drug companies are partners, along with researchers, holistic medical practitioners, and longevity innovators. Hands-on healing is the norm. Profit is an outcome of value-based wellness work. We use our entrepreneurial capacity and scientific leadership to create industries that heal the planet and reverse the destruction humanity has created. We revere our natural resources. We have evolved our value system to include all earthlings, including our domesticated animals and wildlife. Factory farming is no more. We create food humanely and respectfully. Plants are our superpower and our fuel. Our system of government is held sacred, and our representatives are the most dedicated, wise, and empathetic among us. Everyone votes. Citizens use their voices and exercise their power. Corporate money is no longer a part of politics, and every vote in America is equal. The free market system has become value-based and self-policing, with corporations and companies holding themselves to cherished ideals we all share. Communities are connected through compassion and an enthusiasm for living. Elders are admired and respected. Children are cherished and cared for together. Relationships are as each one chooses to live, and nobody feels they have the right to choose for another. We have grown out of hurting one another. Our disagreements make for lively public debate, but we are all willing to learn from each other. We are happy, healthy, and have learned to live in the now. It is the leading edge, shining city on the hill, where the dream of America has expanded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. We care for ourselves. We create our own individual reality. We tend to our own gardens. And we care for each other. We support each other. We believe in each other. Now that is, I'm jumping timelines, and that is my America, that which I just described. And I am going to focus my attention on all those things that are a match to that and create my experience of living in America based on that. Now, part 2 of this exercise. So I want you to write yours, all the details. You see how detailed I made it? So it wasn't just some generalized boopity boo. It was detailed. I went through everything that matters to me. And I left some things off, but that's a really good start. Now, part 2 is this. Oh, and this is the breakthrough part. Because if you aren't considering who you're going to be in your desired America, then you're off course, because this is just a mirror. What's going on is just a mirror being held up to all of our faces for us to see where we still have gaps between who we are and who we say we want to be. So the second part of this exercise is this question, and it's so good. How will I line up for my new timeline, my new dream of America? Who do I have to be to live that timeline of America that I described for myself? So here's my answer to that. Number 1, I don't know everything. Number 2, I'm not right about everything. Number 3, I mind my own business. Number 4, I let go of judgment. Number 5, I inspire and model enthusiasm, joy, and excitement for living through my own presence. Number 6, I deepen my relationship with the mineral kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the plant kingdom. Number 7, I require my relationships in love and friendship and family to match my values, most especially reciprocity. Number 8, I evolve my relationship with the planet to a personal spiritual connection with the energy that is Pachamama. Number 9, I do work that I love for people I love with people I love. Number 10, I allow people to decide for themselves how to live. Number 11, I continue to do my work to be a vessel of light, to be the citizen I dream of being. Number 12, as I join this timeline, I will allow my soul to guide me in making the best practical decisions for my highest good, joy, and expansion. In short, I do my work. So I have shared this exercise with many, 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 many women. And I promise you, if you have felt unsettled, unsure, worried, concerned, disconnected, wronged, any of those truly disconcerting and unhappy making emotions, this exercise is like a light on your path to a new way of being in your life right now, a new way of feeling about the possibilities, and an understanding that most importantly, you need to be a match, not reacting to everything you see going on out there. You are now internally referenced. You have the country you want to live in. That's your vision. You have the qualities you will have to rise to meet to be in that land. And that is now your focus. You are internally referenced, living for that dream of yours that you have now defined. I'm telling you, it is powerful, powerful medicine for these times. And I hope you make time to do it as soon as possible. If you would like more downloads, more ideas, and an early access to this podcast, we drop it a day early, twice a week in my new free network, the Sherry Salata Network. You can go to sherrysalata.com/free network. Just follow the simple instructions. You'll have access to my new morning magic practice, Change 10 Words, Change Your Life workbook. You will have my seasonal playlists, which are perfect for right now, and early access to the practice life. You'll get it a day early before everybody else. So do sign up because it is free. I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.